Hey guys, I think it's working. It looks like it is. I hope to shout because it took me some time to get it going. The backup live stream page is active. Um, Guys can follow me along on there. Um, and I greatly appreciate if you guys want to comment on there. Tell me what you see. I'm gonna pop up the radar. Um, Holy cow, guys, it actually works. Let me see. So it should be like this. I'm just gonna pop this up. Okay, yeah. So this is the page. I'm live streaming on there now. You guys are awesome. Over 100 followers. Hang on. I gotta do this. It's yo guys. Every now and then, we need an applause. Let's do it. Here we go. Yeah. Woo! Yeah. Okay, yeah, that was. I probably busted your eardrums. One more applause. There it is. Officially live streaming on the backup page to the primary page until I get the 60-day clearance and all that. So you guys can watch me on there now. So I only got one person watching. That's okay, but that is where it's at. So yeah, welcome aboard on the backup live stream. And I will keep an eye on it. I will. So let's go ahead and let me just I can't really see. I have my laptop in front of me too, and I can't really see. Guys, I'm getting old. I am so getting old. Okay, let's see here. There we go. All right, so I am on there now. All right, sweet. Let's go ahead and go back to the radar. Let me see here. Where are you at? This is what I get here for trying out things and everything. It was kind of just a matter of trying to get everything on there. But you guys are the rock stars. I couldn't do this without you, so thank you. Let me see. It's a little bit misaligned. I feel like for some reason. Oh, I know what it is. Much better. And I need to move myself. I think when in the event of trying to move this around, I think I just kind of moved my camera a little bit and it kind of just caused that. Let me see. Sorry, guys. My apologies. I'm just doing some work off screen. There we go. All right. I hope you guys can see this. I hope you guys can. So I'm a little tinier and smaller and all that. That's fine. But hey, we've got the page up and I can go live. I saw some of my friends share it. I greatly appreciate it. We are live, baby. We're live. We're global. And you guys are awesome again. I couldn't do this without you. It's amazing how the community, people appreciate this. They appreciate what I could do. And you guys, again, you guys are awesome. So I know it's quiet right now, but we are seeing storms form. A line, as I mentioned earlier. One thing of note we are seeing is really the wind. The wind has been strong. We've had reports of 40 to 45 mile per hour wind gust. You may have heard that at your house, actually. I apologize to the people who are in Lawrence County. This severe thunderstorm warning is in effect until 12:30. 11:37, severe storm is located near Chauncey or 7 miles northwest of Lawrenceville, moving east at 45 miles per hour. 60 mile per hour wind gust, quarter size dealt with that one radar indicated at this time. Again, the storm already impacting Lawrenceville Airport area, Russellville around 11:55. Of course, this is approaching the Wabash River and moving into Knox County. And so remain alert for a possible tornado. This is the same cell been tracking that track through Clay, Effingham and Richland counties. It's had a history of rotation with it. Nothing confirmed as far as I know, but still, though, it has shown signs of rotation. I think we're on the Evansville radar site. I think. Yeah, we are. Okay, we're on the Evansville radar site. So that's the reflectivity. Let's take a look at the velocity data. We do have some rotation within this cell. Just right there. Whoops, I clicked on storm track. We'll take a look at that later on, though. But we have a rotation. This is to the northwest of Lawrenceville. So here's Lawrenceville right there. There's Bridgeport. There's Vincennes. And this is moving right now. Here's Route 1, by the way. Route 1, drawing a line down there across Route 1. So that is where the rotating part of the storm is at. It's moving over. It went right past Applegate, Pinkstaff in that direction. Route 1 just to the north of there, north of the Emberaw River as well. This is heading towards the Lawrenceville-Vincennes International Airport. So it's heading in that general vicinity. So there's the airport over there. As you can see, this is the rotating part of the storm that had that little ring that was on top of it there. And of course, the ring is gone now. But we do have some lightning concentrated in that area. Again, it's going to be mainly traveling over a rural area of Lawrenceville. But again, we just can't let our guard down. Again, the rotating part of the storm, I'll draw it here for you. It's right here. Again, here's Lawrenceville. This is Highway 50, by the way, cutting across Lawrenceville, east and west. You have Route 1 running north and south. And this is in the Pinkstaff area just north of Lawrenceville. And so live chat is open, by the way, if you guys want to comment on here. I've already getting some people share the stream. Again, you guys are rock stars. It's amazing how almost 6 hours later, I got over 100 followers. So please share the stream. If you know someone in Lawrenceville, want to hop on, they're more than welcome to. And I know that you guys, without you guys, I wouldn't be doing this. So again, I'm so appreciative. I'm full of gratitude. Thank you all. Thank you all. This is exactly needed. Given this weather, given the situation here, this is really a night that where we just can't let our guard down. Again, for those of you on my personal Facebook page, I've got a backup page to where I'm live streaming as well. I'll pop it up here. It is active. It looks like this. Done before the storm backup live stream. I've shared it on my personal page, and it's active. It's ongoing right now. And I'm also on my YouTube. I'm also on my personal Facebook. But it looks like this. So please, guys, you can access it right now. Just started about 10 minutes ago. So thank you, guys. I appreciate you greatly. I'm going to leave this up for the time being. That way I can go back to it. So let me real quick here do something. But this is my backup live stream page. I'm live streaming publicly right now. Of course, if you recall, for a while, I just had trouble with that. But now we've got it going and you guys can share the heck out of it. And that way others can watch as well. So appreciate it. I'm starting to see some people hop on here. I'll show you the wide scope angle of it in a moment here. Give me a quick thank you real quick. Sorry, guys. I'm just I'm so happy about this. This is touching to me. It means a lot to me, guys. And I'm doing a selfie. Why not? I'm doing a selfie. Hang on. We're doing it. You'll see it here. All right. I look like I'm years younger now. All right. So we have a severe thunderstorm warning. It's been issued for Knox County, going into Davies County as well. That includes Vincennes and Washington, Indiana over there. Bruceville, Bacon Plainville. Includes I-69, Highway 50, State Route 550, Highway 41. I'm not talking about Highway 41 yet. Still the rotating part of the storm over Lawrenceville, just to the north of there. This is what the cell looks like on reflectivity. You can actually see it right there. There it is. That's where the cell is at. Lawrenceville, you're probably seeing some lightning. I know it's got some lightning in the area. You're probably seeing it from afar off, but it's not really downtown Lawrenceville. Not yet, but just north of Highway 50. Maybe getting a few sprinkles here and there, but it's interesting. Again, location, guys, location. It could rain on one side of the county and not the other. We do have storms that have fired up. Take a look at the St. Louis area. These storms are not severe. We're keeping an eye out for that, keeping an eye out for these as well. If you saw the post from Paducah, I'm going to check their site here a little bit because I'm wondering if they have posted anything since then. I've been focusing on getting this backup live stream going. But Paducah has been really good about posting weather information. It's been more active for Lincoln. And so let me see here. And by the way, kudos to the National Weather Service guys, Storm Prediction Center, for all the hard work they do. They do a good job. Nothing new yet, because their last post was for the timing of the storms. Let me see. I may have to exit out a little bit. Let me see if maybe I could pull that up because it kind of mirrors what we've been talking about. Let me see. If you guys want to say hi in the live chat, more than welcome to. That is somewhat what I want to pull up. So here's just a quick overview while we're at it. You see the tornado watch in yellow. There's a severe thunderstorm warning for Lawrence into Knox and Davies counties right there. And everything else is just quiet. No watch for St. Louis. No weather watch at all for the St. Louis metro area, but we are starting to see some storm genesis out that way. Let me see here. I know you guys are probably like, and I don't want to leave my Facebook either. So let me do something real quick. All right, so here's Paducah, and here's what they posted. Again, this is a couple hours ago. This is what they posted here. You can ignore the comments, but you could actually see what they posted, and I think it's really good information. It kind of goes along, and let me see if there's a way I could do this here. Oh, it's actually in the same browser. I may have to. Okay, so if we take it, let's compare this here. And I may shrink this down a little bit. Give me a moment here. So if we're comparing this, you can kind of see time is what, 11:54? So 11:40, it was kind of over Alney. There's Alney right there. It's a little bit to the north of what they forecasted. So it may be a little bit slower. Again, they mentioned how um, the front is moving very slowly, so it may have slowed down a bit. But this kind of gives you an idea, a comparison of the timing, the estimated time of arrival of the storm. So what they posted a couple hours ago was between 12:40 and 1:40 for Fairfield, Albia, Mount Vernon, Illinois. And so far, obviously, we've not had anything yet in Wayne County since all this blew up late this afternoon to the evening when it started all up in central Illinois. But you can actually see that it's not far from the mark. It's a little bit off, but then again, it was a couple hours ago. But it goes to show you that we have seen a little bit of a slowing of the storms and how they've been moving like an east-southeasterly direction. Now, we're underneath the tornado watch until 4 a.m. You also have Clay, Richland, and Lawrence counties underneath the tornado watch until midnight. That's 5 minutes away from now. We'll see what Lincoln does here. But I will tell you guys this, though, is that with the storms, how they've been forming to the west, they've not gotten severe yet, which is encouraging. We still can't rule that out. But at the same time, as I always say, we just can't let our guard down. So that's a little bit of like an analysis, a comparison into what's going on there. Do some real quick here and see. I may have to kind of. But I mean, kudos again to the National Weather Service for their hard work and what they do. I may have to close out this, and I will. Y'all see my wooded forest background here. So anyway, that is the situation there as I pull this back up again. But again, thank you guys. Live streaming on the backup live stream channel. It is active. It is live, as I mentioned. Feel free to say hello. Some of you I know, some of you I may not know, and some of you may already be in bed right now, but that's okay. Hey, I don't blame you. And so let me go ahead here and do this. Go back to the radar, usual radar site. Ignore all the light blue, the radar clutter that is. Storm moving out, Lawrence County moving into Indiana, Vincennes, over into Washington. As a reflectivity, we'll take a look at the velocity data here. Not really much in the way right there. They did update it, by the way, over here. Let me see what they said. Located north of the Lawrenceville Vincennes Airport, moving east at 45. So it's approaching the river Russellville at midnight, 3 minutes away from now there. That's where it's at. St. Louis area. Top of the storm, Genesis here. You can actually see it. So play the animation here for you. You can just see how they've been kind of forming. And you also look at this cell down here, and let me pause it. You kind of see this cell just like kind of south of Belleville a little bit, like south of St. Louis, this one right here. How it kind of formed, like, ooh, it looks kind of nasty, and then just kind of fizzled out right there. That's the trend we want to see right there. I'm going to point this back and forth, kind of scrubbing it back and forth, but this whole side's been pretty consistent, except for the little tiny cell that was all by himself because it was starting to kind of curl a little bit this way. And so when I crossed the Mississippi, and it just weakened right there. So here's a zoom in look. That's what we want to see. You see how it kind of went north of Hillsboro, Missouri, south of Arnold. It can have a little hook with it right there. I was like, ooh, okay. But then it's like Waterloo, it just fizzled out. So that is encouraging. But yeah, that's what we want to see more of here. And I would be happy for that. I would love that. All right. Thanks for sharing the stream, guys. Hope you're having a wonderful night. I know it's been quiet for us here, but think about this. Um, we should be fortunate right now, given what happened in Effingham and Charleston earlier, because I tell you what happened up there, um, because I tell you what, it is, what they have up there, how they called Charleston, city of Charleston posted, emergency up there. I tell you what, guys, there are people that had their homes this morning, and then like they've just, their homes are just damaged or destroyed, and so we should be fortunate that, I know some of you are probably thinking, well, there's no action. There was nothing so far here in Fairfield, Wayne County, Edwards, Wabash, whatever. But I tell you what, given at this time, I'd rather have all of my things, my home, my car, everything, than to basically lose my home, lose my car. The damage we have seen, I posted photos of it. Y'all saw it on my primary page. It is just, those guys need all the prayers and thoughts as they're picking up the pieces. And it's middle of the night when you still got storms. Charleston, it's clear enough for you right now. And notice how the watch was in effect for Charleston, Shelbyville, Taylorville, Decatur, all that. And now the watch has been repealed. Once this system moves through, then that's when we can breathe a sigh of relief. But I want to tell you guys, it's really where there are a lot of people tonight that are picking up the pieces, and we should be fortunate here that we've not gotten it yet. We're still a few hours out, but we're doing this together. So now, if there is no, obviously Lawrence County, that storm is on its way out. If there's no further warnings, then what I'll do is I'll leave the stream up. But also at the same time, it's like I'm starting to get a little tired too. So we'll see what we can do here. But obviously, this is an overnight event. We do expect, like what Paducah said earlier in the live stream a few hours ago, that you still can't rule out the possibility of a tornado. You can't rule out the possibility of hail and straight line damaging wind, because we're still seeing these storms form to the west, and we can't overlook them. But it's also where don't really expect the kind of tornado intensity that we saw earlier. So how those tornadoes were, again, the strong. And speaking of that, here's the, I'm not going to say, I can't give out the ratings of these tornadoes. I can't, because NWS will have to do damage assessment surveys for that. But this is the enhanced Fujita scale. This is, we've seen some strong, severe tornadoes, EF2, EF3 range in central Illinois as of late, northern Illinois as well. But this actually gives you insight about that. So it kind of gives you, again, the details of that. So and we'll find out from Lincoln in the coming days what those ratings were. And we talk about Charleston and Effingham. There could have been other tornadoes as well. I know Gila had a tornado. We talked about that one. We talked about one in the Newton area. And guys, I'll show you this here too. Well, we have a moment. I know I'm kind of showing off the radar a little bit, but it's actually kind of neat. So we have storm reports. The red triangles you see are what spotters reported. Funnel cloud, Chris Hall. That was a while ago. Tornado, Isaiah Montgomery. That was at 8:47, just east of Newton. Dietrich area had a tornado. That was Levi Gardner, Storm Chaser. You also have damage in the Montrose area. These areas, that's where the tornado started, was right around Shumway, Beecher City area, and just went over that way. So, and then look at Charleston up there. And look at this, guys. They had baseball-sized hail. Baseball-sized hail. That was 5 hours ago, but yeah, that same cell that spawned that tornado north of Charleston, it went right down to Westfield area. That one spawned, look at this. Even 3-inch hail. Look at this. I just now saw this. I mean, that's just crazy. 3-inch hail, folks. A little bit bigger than baseball size. I'm telling you, these storms up in central Illinois have just been insane. But now the activity, as you can see, what was all up here, and there's I-70 right here, and has shifted down to the southeast. And so right now the area of focus is south of I-70. Charleston, Mattoon, Springfield had a tornado up there earlier. You guys are all good. But I'll tell you what, though, still got a lot of storms out there. But there's a silver lining to this, too, is that we have not, there's only just one severe thunderstorm warning for Lawrence County, southeastern part of it, and that's it. And then the rest of it are just storms. So hopefully, knock on wood, it stays that way. But we'll see, though. We'll see as the night goes on. Still got a few hours to go. And let me see here. Tornado watch, by the way. Let me see if there's an update to this. 10:10. And that was earlier, but again, pulling that information up there for you. Thanks for following along, guys, on the backup live stream. I know that the activity has really just gone down a little bit in terms of storm activity, which is great. But again, we're just but we're live streaming away on here. You guys can follow along. Okay. Appreciate you guys following along on the page. Just keep it up, though, seeing some of y'all like it already. Okay. Had a bunch of tabs open up on my phone. Whoa! Holy cow. Wait, is that okay? I misread that at first. It's kind of hard to see the text sometimes. I actually thought this right here said 86, and I was like, whoa, no way. Look at this, guys. Thunderstorm wind gust at Lawrenceville Airport, 56 miles per hour. That was just reported at 11:55. I actually thought it said 86, and I was like, whoa! If I walk you up, I'm sorry, but that's just below severe limits. But man, that's on the border, though. Let me see here if I could pull up. Let me see. I have a slide about that. Yeah, greater than 58 miles per hour. And like I said, I was like, whoa, okay. So hail greater than 1 inch. No winds, 58 miles per hour greater. But still, that is But that's crazy. But yeah, just some severe thunderstorm safety tips right there for you. But yeah, 56 miles per hour at the Lawrenceville Vincennes International Airport. That was measured 14 minutes ago. Wow. All right. The storm is moving into already impacting Vincennes area. More like to the north of Vincennes, north of Highway 50, but Bruceville, Bicknell getting impacted by it. You do have some storms, by the way, right behind, right there in Olney. Also, Salem. I'm not mentioning Salem yet. Salem, you got some storms coming upon your way. There they are right there. They're not strong. I mean, they're not severe, but they are strong. And I'm looking to see here if there's anything within the line, possibly a little pocket of strong wind. Let's circle the area, but right here in this area, I have a pocket of strong wind. There it is right there. So there it is right there. Extending to just north of Belleville. And again, these storms are becoming more linear a little bit. So kind of forming kind of like a line almost. Like you kind of have one line right here, then you have another line right here like this. So and they're all, again, as I mentioned, kind of moving in this general direction, like east-southeast. You guys want to say hello? Live chat's open. Here with you all. Live streaming away. Got some storms over in the southwestern part of Missouri. These storms. Let's kind of take a look at them real quick. They're kind of moving by the same general direction as well. I don't expect them to impact us, though. The ones that, for the Wayne County area, for example, a home base, home territory, it's this cluster right here. Making its way down here. You just joined me on here. Thanks for supporting, sharing, liking the backup live stream page. You guys are awesome. I know it's a little bit past midnight. 12:12 is the time. Severe thunderstorm warning. Looks like they just actually just updated it. This is out of the Office of Indy for Central Knox, Western Daviess counties. It's moving east at 45. Tornado watch in effect till 3 a.m. EDT for southwestern Indiana. Well, guys, thanks for supporting the backup live stream. Here it is. This is what I'm live streaming on. For those of you that are on my personal Facebook, you just happen to see it. Also, my YouTube channel. It's public. You guys can follow along. Check it out. Thank you so much for giving it a follow. You guys are rock stars again. Appreciate each and every single one of you. It's funny, in case you just happen to log on, maybe you missed out on the story. I created a food page a couple years ago, and I never used it at all. Then just had the idea today after work that it was like, hey, you know what? Maybe I can use, kind of convert the foodie page into a live stream page. And it had been active. Again, the page I created was 2 years ago. And it was just a matter of trying to get all these followers because Facebook says you have to have an account, a page that's active for 60 days plus 100 followers. Now, my primary weather page, which I love how you guys have been supporting it, it's greatly appreciated. I can't live stream on there yet because it's like I launched it on May 4th, and it just has, and we're approaching July 4th. I'm not able to live stream on there yet. Now, once the primary weather page, once it's been 60 days or more, yes, I plan on live streaming it. But this right here is my backup, and I see nothing wrong with that. I think it's a good idea to have a backup. You just never know when it could come in handy. So, so thank you guys for supporting, for following the page. Consider it as a source for live streams as well as weather information. Greatly appreciate you guys. Thank you. One thing of note too, guys, and I don't know if you guys maybe you saw it or whatever, but just to kind of talking about this here before, during the afternoon we had some breezy conditions. The weather was, especially the wind. Just showing you guys. This was earlier, like at 3:15. 41 mile per hour measured wind gust of the Fairfield Airport, Mount Vernon. 219, it was 45. Murfreesboro area, 51 miles per hour. That's at the ASOS station in Carbondale. That was at 3:32, 51 mile per hour. So far, that's been the highest one. Marion, west of there, 245, it was 47. At the AWOS in Marion. So had some strong gusty wind for sure. Henderson was at 51. And 51 as well for Henderson, yeah. The severe thunderstorm warning for Lawrence County expires in 13 minutes. Covers the city of Lawrenceville. You do have a storm on its heels, but the severe storm that prompted the warning, the majority of it is already impacting Knox and Daviess County. And this was actually 5 minutes ago. 10 miles northeast of Vincennes, moving east of 45. So I do expect the severe thunderstorm warning for Lawrenceville. I do expect it to be allowed to expire. And so Lawrenceville, you guys, even though you got at least a couple of rounds of storms, and you got Newton getting stormed upon Effingham, I do expect more rain for you guys tonight. But given, again, the severity, how this cluster has moved out, I would say you guys are in the all clear for now. But again, still got at least a couple of storms to deal with that are strong. They're not severe, but certainly though, certainly you guys can breathe a sigh of relief. Okay, and so that warning has been allowed to expire for Lawrence County. As soon as I said that, that was Lincoln's call on that one. St. Louis area, no severe storms, but you do have some storms forming just south of there, just to the west of Belleville, Millstadt, Tillman, Dupo, Guardside over to the left as well. Carlisle area, got a storm coming through. This is actually probably the strongest non-severe storm so far, especially the purple, just to northwest of Salem, right in the Patoka area along Highway 51, north of Sandoval, north of Huey and Carlisle, Odin as well in that area. You already have a storm right there. And guys, at the moment, no weather warnings for southern Illinois. Been a while at least um, since we've seen that. We still have the tornado watch in effect. Um, okay, we can't let our guard down. Um, but we do have some communities. Flora, I'm not talking about Flora hardly at all. I talked about Northern Clay County earlier. Flora, Clay City, Louisville, I should say. You guys are good. Kim Mundy getting stormed upon. Salem, it's not getting right there on your back door. Central City, Centralia, same way with you guys. Just a strong storm, not severe, but certainly though could actually drop some possibly 3/4 of an inch to an inch size hail. We'll see what, and I'm trying to see, would it be? Oh, wow, okay, Maryland, interesting. Um, that was about the risk of flooding. That's another thing too. When you have these storms, you have this cluster right here, you have this cluster right here, kind of training over the same area, it could result in some flooding. So just be aware if you haven't been traveling out and about at night, if you haven't know any roads, areas that tend to flood, just be mindful, be aware. If you come across a flooded roadway, turn around, don't drown. Find an alternate route to reach your destination. So I'm so happy, guys, that I'm able to live stream on the backup live stream page. Thanks for that. I greatly appreciate you all. Um, what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the radar up. I'm going to finish the rest of my tuna because I'm hungry, I'm starving, and I actually had some, but I wasn't able to finish it all. I'm going to leave the radar up here, guys. And so if I can find my mouse here, and that way you guys can watch and all that. So let me just do this here. Leave this up here for you guys, and we'll hop on if there's any warnings. But so far, for Southern Illinois, no severe thunderstorm warnings or tornado warnings yet. We still have that tornado watch in effect for Southeastern Illinois. So keeping an eye to the skies and radars, and I'll leave it up here for you. All right, guys. So, I know it's already 1 a.m. and I know that things have quieted down for our area and region. Still live streaming. Obviously, I just stepped away and want to go ahead and give you an update here. So I just posted an update on my primary weather page, and the tornado watch that was in effect for Clay, Richland, and Lawrence counties, that's been allowed to expire, which is certainly good news. Tornado watch still in effect though for Fairfield, Wayne, Edwards, Wabash, Hamilton, and White counties. So far anyway, we have not seen. We do have a strong storm that is already approaching Sisney, the 161 extension, Mount Erie, Johnsonville, the Wayne, Marion County line. Look at the kind of weird having a ring right there when there's nothing right there with a cell. But I will tell you guys, the line is weakening a little bit. You can actually see how, as we pull back, you could actually see how the bulk of the heavy storms is kind of like to our northeast, with Olney and Vincennes, Lawrenceville area, Newton, Robinson, St. Marie, Flat Rock, just to name a few, and how they are already doing it. Sorry about that, guys. This is what I get for being half awake. But you could actually see right here on radar. There's the radar right now at this time. Fairfield, you guys are good. Again, the cell is strong. It's not severe, but it is approaching Sisney, Johnsonville, Zenith, Samdale Lake area. So if you know anyone's camping over Samdale Lake, they're probably getting stormed upon right now. We're starting to feel the storm itself, maybe hearing some lightning on a lightning tracker. Could even have some hail just to the northwest of Orchardville right there. It's a fairly rural area. Johnsonville, Sisney, Reiner getting a storm as well. Mount Erie is to the north of you. This activity continues to move to the east-southeast. We do have a cell that is formed just to the north of Mount Vernon in the Walnut Hill area, north of Dix, southeast of Centralia. There's that cell right there. We also have cells to the northwest and west of Nashville. And I want to show you guys here. I know I mentioned it at the start of this, just when I resumed. Let me go ahead and pan back a little bit. And as you can see, tornado watch in effect still for Wayne, Edwards, Wabash, Hamilton, and White counties. I want to see if there's an update on that. There is not. So with that being said, the activity is starting to die down. And looking here at this, which I would say is encouraging, there it is. So, and you can definitely tell by the strength and intensity of the storms that there is the heavier storms to the northeast of us. You do have a storm again, as I mentioned. I looked at the velocity. I'm not seeing anything unlike what we saw earlier, with the Effingham storm, Jasper County, Clay County, especially kind of like the northern part of it. But I will tell you that this storm is still strong. The one that's in northern Wayne County right now. No warnings out for it yet. I'm sure we got spotters out there keeping an eye on it. But for now, though, nothing really jumps out at me in terms of the severity. If anything, the stronger part of the storm is at this end right here, and then there's Sisney over here, and you have the 161. So it's already kind of going this way a little bit. So Fairfield, Albion, you guys have been quiet. Do not be surprised if you were to hear some rumbles of thunder or lightning before long. But the way this storm is, it's strong, it's not severe. and there's really been no information on it in terms of what it's done lately. Of course, this is one of the clusters of storms that formed kind of like to our northwest of here, and it's moving to the east southeast. So, as for just kind of going around the horn real quick, we do have some storms that formed in the DuQuoin area, Nashville. Again, those are not severe; they're strong. The storm, severe thunderstorm warning over to our east, Vincennes area, a tornado warning over in Ohio. It's a special weather statement. Over in southwestern Missouri, do have a line of storms that have formed, and I don't see it as being a player at all as they're kind of moving to the east southeast as well. Again, the front is moving very slowly. So we do have a few tornadoes that occurred in our region here earlier. Northern Effingham, north of Charleston, over to Indiana, just north of Bloomington, and even just to the southeast of Terre Haute. I expect possibly tomorrow that the National Weather Service, given the weather, that they'll be able to go out and do damage surveys, possibly tomorrow or Friday. But again, what an active night it was, mainly along and north of I-70. And so I'll have some thoughts. I'm going to save them for tomorrow. Or today, rather. It is Thursday after all. But so far, anyway, storm-wise, really nothing out there right now at the moment. Hearing some rumbles of thunder and lightning, again, in the Sisney area. It is starting to show a little bit of a hook right here. And there may be, it's not much, but if there's a rotating part of the storm, if there was, it'd be about right here. And you do see a little pocket of lightning kind of concentrated in an area, so we'll keep an eye on that for you. But right now, it's not severe, just strong right now at the moment. But that's the way it's looking for it. It'd be this part of the storm right there. So we'll see here this would be Paducah sector now that the storm has moved into northwestern Wayne County. We'll see what the storm does here. We'll monitor it. But definitely for sure, a little tiny cell, but you never know, though. You just never know. But I am starting to see, again, you have the purple in the Zenith, Samdale Lake area, Orchardville, in that area right there. If we do have any, which I'm not counting this part, but if we have any rotation within the cell, it's just over in the Zenith area. And that's a big word if. I know it's nighttime, hard to see, but if there was maybe a pocket of rotation, something that's trying to get itself going, it's over to the northwest of Johnsonville. But again, it's out there in a fairly rural area. Whereas the heavier the storms, more toward the northeast. Starting to see activity. We got a cell to the north of Mount Vernon, the Dix area, Walnut Hill, but that one's just strong, not severe at this point. Tornado watch still in effect until 4 a.m. For Wayne, Edwards, Wabash, Hamilton, and White counties. So what I'm going to do is going to leave this up. Just kind of keep an eye on it, especially that cell northern part of Wayne County. Alney getting stormed upon along with Lawrenceville and Vincennes. That's not severe. Just got some storms moving through, dumping some heavy rain. But for now, though, it looks like the cell that's just two in northern Wayne County, just strong at the moment. We're going to keep it going here for a little bit longer. I think the activity is dying down, which is good. I do expect, though, that the watch may be repealed, or they may just let it continue, or they may just kind of shave it off a little bit in terms of the counties where the storms have moved through already, and just kind of shave that off a little bit. We'll see. But so far anyway, for Southern Illinois, Haven't seen a severe thunderstorm warning in a while for about the past hour or so. The last time it was actually for the Lawrence County storm, which is already over into Indiana right now. So just keep it right here. And thanks again, guys. Appreciate you watching everything. Leave it up here and just for a little bit longer and maybe going to bed eventually. It may be kind of storming a little bit, but as always, I could always hop back on here if need be. But that's the way it looks right now at the moment. All right, guys. So, as you can see, I'm wearing my glasses now. I still wear contacts and everything. I just had to take out the contacts and put glasses in. Um, so right now, just right now, it's time. Right now, it's approaching 1:30. The way I see it here, we're gonna take a look at the radar, and I'll show you my thoughts here. I'm thinking about ending the live stream because the way I see it, you have a lot of the storm activity up here in Lawrence County. It's all pushing east. Now, we do have some storms firing up down here, actually, just south of Albion, spotty, but they've been forming here in the past few minutes. And take a look here, you can see just how they've kind of just blown up just right there. So Grayville could get a little thunder shower right there. Northern, White County right there, Carmi area. We haven't really talked about White County at all because, well, it's been quiet. They've not been under the gun for severe weather or anything like that. So it's interesting. But to north of Carmi right there, approaching Route 1, Crossville, Centerville getting a little storm right there. Grayville, it's coming upon you. But we're starting to see some spotty development here. But again, we've seen some storms that have just formed and then just kind of die out. So we'll see what those do. As for Wayne County, I know I've been talking about this storm. It's moving through Sisseton right now. Mount Erie, the 161. I can tell you guys this right now. Look at the velocity data. I'm not seeing anything that jumps out at me. We can play it back here and just show you that the rotating part of the storm, I thought there was a little bit of rotation right there with it near Samdale Lake. It's dying down a little bit right now. It's gone down. And it's just right, and really the heart of it's kind of like right over Sisseton at the moment. So Sisseton, you guys are good, even though you're getting stormed upon. But the storm is moving through. It's not severe. It's just strong at the moment. However, I would say I wouldn't be surprised if Paducah were to issue a special weather statement. We have not seen that yet, but would not surprise me if it were to ramp up a little bit. That a special weather statement would be issued for Edwards and Wabash counties, maybe possibly northeastern Wayne County, like Mount Airy, but I'm not seeing it. I think this storm, though, if you look at it, there's Fairfield right there. I did hear some rumbles of thunder, by the way, outside. I know I'm getting some people hopping on here a little bit. They probably heard the thunder, maybe a lightning strike, perhaps, but nothing to be concerned about. This part of the storm is moving to the east-southeast. We do have a little rain shower coming in, which was a storm, actually. Move this back over here a little bit. You can actually see how it was strong in the Centralia area, and it just kind of has fizzled out right there. Nashville get a storm right there that's moving east-southeast. All these storms are generally moving to the east-southeast. We do have some development, by the way, over south of St. Louis. It's become like a breeding ground for these storms, but they have not really been able to get going, which is encouraging news. But as you can see right there, there it is. And that's the latest in terms of the weather situation. And it looks like here, with all that being said, I just posted here. Let me see. I'm just checking like a barometer, like a gauge. Yeah, I see my live stream on there. It's pretty cool. YouTube. Any new subscriber on YouTube, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm looking to see here. Okay. You can also see where kind of some strong wind would be within that little line right there. Oops, I can't draw, but kind of like this area right there. Also seeing Benton area with some storms. Had a little thunder shower that moved through Harrisburg earlier, and it was going for a little bit, then it just died out. Got a little rotation northwest of Shoals, Indiana, right there, northeast of Lagodi. Other than that, it's just quiet out there. Heard a few rumbles of thunder. Y'all probably just woke up, probably, and probably gonna go back to bed. So, but I'm not seeing anything that would warrant a warning for Wayne County. I'm not seeing anything um, with this little cell right there. So we have a storm coming into Mount Vernon. Sorry, between Mount Vernon and Nashville, just south of Highway 15, impacting Highway 51. But the Poston, Du Bois area, that one's just strong right now, not severe. You can see little thunder showers, thunderstorms pop up. Northeast of Carmi, right around the Grayville area. And that's really about it, folks. So, with all that being said, I am going to end the live stream and call it a night a little bit. Right now, at the moment, I'm just, the activity has died down. Obviously, still need the tornado to watch it till 4 a.m., but given what's going on out there, if there was to be a storm that could be warned in the future as a special weather statement, maybe perhaps turning severe, is the one that's in northern Edwards, northern Wayne counties. That's tracking to the east-southeast. Not seeing anything that would warrant a warning at this time. I've been looking at the velocity data, and I'm not seeing any rotation at all. Correlation coefficient, nothing there either. But again, that would be about the only storm in the immediate area that I could see a warning down the line for. But again, just there's no severe thunderstorm warnings in southern Illinois, which is good. We'll certainly take it after a chaotic, busy Wednesday into Thursday that we've had. So guys, I'm going to end it right there, just because I'm just not seeing anything with that cell. If it were to turn severe, it'd probably be when I'm asleep. But it's starting to move. It'll be out of the area here probably within the next hour or so. The cell that's in northern Wayne County going into northern Edwards. We do have some storms firing up south of I-64. They're spotty in nature, not severe at all. And for our neighbors down to the south, that may be something to keep an eye on. But for now, anyway, just got seeing some storms fire up, and they don't have quite the energy and juice like the storms up in central Illinois had. So thinking of our friends up there in Charleston, Effingham areas, as I mentioned earlier, there are people who woke up, had a cup of coffee in their own home, and hours later, damage could have been severe to their home and may have lost everything. So Prayers and thoughts to those affected by the storms tonight. And last, I wrap it up with this. Thank you guys for liking the Backup Livestream Facebook page. Greatly appreciate you guys for doing that. Feels good to live stream again on a public Facebook page, like the old days a little bit. And I wish I would come up with the idea earlier, but it is what it is, though. But at least getting the information out there, broadcasting, live streaming away. So just anything to help you guys stay aware, giving you information ahead of the storm before it gets here. So as always, guys, again, thank you. So have a wonderful rest of your night. Take care. Be safe as always. Be weather aware. I will post a recap about my thoughts at some point later on, not now. Just have to get some sleep and shut eye and all that. So thanks, guys. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Take care. Be safe.